Hello, hello. What are you doing? No. What are you doing? Come on. Over here. Lay down.
I'm Greg. I'm Gavin. We're the founders of Magic Food. We grew up loving cereal. We quickly realized our childhood favorite was just empty carbs and sugar. So we set out to invent our own from scratch. We got rid of the sugar, grains, and all the other junk, and that left us with this. Then we reached
Listen to this shit.
Airbnb 2 days later, pounding on the door. In our bedroom while I was out of town. Jump into this story here. This is a 38-year-old man. So before we jump into
This is really funny.
story, I'm 38 and my wife, well now ex-wife, is 35. We were married for 6 years and we were together for 9 years, so nearly a decade and married after 3 years together. We built a life together, he says. We got a house in the suburbs, we had 2 cars, we had a dog, an excellent choice of a pet, and what I thought was a quiet and stable marriage. It turns out that quiet was just her hiding things well. I changed everything. I was using our shared tablet to order some gear for an upcoming hiking trip. She normally used it for Netflix and reading, but I didn't think why he was lying on the kitchen counter. While I was in the Amazon app, he says, I noticed an icon that
Come on, puppy.
before Google Photos.
Yeah, move.
Curious, I tapped it.
You gonna get down? Come on, get down. Why don't you go lay down? What do you want? You want attention. Come on, we'll go. Go lay down. Go lay down. There you go, right there. That's all you can do. Yeah, that's all you can do. You're just a good puppy.
There were dozens of pictures, he said, all tucked away in a hidden album.
Yeah, this shit's hilarious. This shit happens all the time. There's a lot of times that women, that's why I like listening to these guys, they actually have actual proof of women like cheating and distorting guys after they marry them and that. The biggest thing that I would have to say, are you gonna get down? If you're a woman, and I'll be upfront, if you're with a guy, love the guy. Don't love what he does, like the money he makes and that. Stop being a social status whore. You're like being a whore, it invades all of your lifestyles. If you have addiction to like wanting to have sex, you have addiction to money. You're gonna have addiction. That's why they're called sins. When you give in to like massive sexual sin, the thing is, that's where sin comes from. So say if you give in to feminism, you're going against the acts of your own soul, your spirit. Your spirit's trying to tell you like, hey, you can't be doing this stuff and that. God gives you little pens and notes that. He knows that you're a fucking idiot, because you're doing it in the first place. But he obviously knows that things can change. Because I was listening to this one. God puts people in your life that are trying to help you. And it doesn't matter if they stay with you or not. The act of emotions is what changes you to be a better person. Like my ex and I already knew, probably from the start, I didn't accept it right away because I wanted to enjoy her, and it was great up front. The first month was great. But I knew after the first month that we were going to break up. Because I was trying too hard, and then she stopped trying. And that's one of the things I had told her. I say you stopped trying. You didn't want to do anything with me. You just sat there because you were thinking about someone else. You were thinking about, if I had this guy, I could have this and this and this and this, and say that's what it is. You're thinking about all these things that don't do anything. If you were with someone, life could have grown better with that person. That's why people date when they're younger. That's why older guys like me, just to say, I'll date someone in their young 20s, like 21 to 25, because they're young. Why? Not because they're more attractive. You know, there's a lot of women my age are fucking great looking women. I see them all the time. From 25 to 35, you really don't change that much. More or less, you get more defined, you get more tone if you take good care of yourself. Or sometimes you go out and you get fat and ugly in that, you know? That's what it is. So we develop ourselves throughout our, 20s, 30s, and 40s. Sometimes we don't even hit our prime, so we're in our fucking, early 40s. There's a lot to learn in life. There's a lot to do in life. I mean, you can train yourself when you're a little kid and that, when teenager and stuff like that. Absolutely. And life will get slightly easier. But the biggest thing is, it takes time. And sometimes people play around too much in their life. I never say whenever it happens. Some people say if it happens too late. Like, people mock me for trying to like do stuff that I do. I can't go back in time. I'll do whatever it takes now. And that's what it is. Like, a lot of people don't want to look at life like that. I tell them all the time. I tell myself all the time. Like, life never ends until it ends. If you want to sit there and keep on thinking, oh my god, I have to be like this at this age and that, I said, who tells you this shit? Like, oh, well, this person tells you stuff. If it's a celebrity, it's because they were born into money. And if people are born into something, more or less likely, it's because they had parents that had people. That's what it is. But it doesn't mean you can't learn. Sometimes building yourself up is going to be a lot better than to sit there and just have something built for you.
I'm making the best mess ever.
And that's one of the problems that I have to say a lot of people do have. That they never want to, like, look at life for what it actually is. Like, you get guided all the time. Every person you meet, God designs your life based upon what you actually are as a person. Like, your true self. And so when you go through life and that, and you're like, well, I don't know who I am. God gives you pointers. That's why it's good to read the gospel when you're younger and understand. Whatever you pray for when you're a kid, which kids pray a lot because they don't know any better, so to speak, for what people might say. But kids pray a lot because they're more closer to the God anyway. That's why they pray. Because they understand. Because they're closer. They're more pure. As you get older now, you get part of the worldly culture. Once you get in the worldly culture, you start to gain premises over certain things, which is sins. Ah! I keep forgetting grenades are very, very dangerous. That's what happens when you get really close to being, you know, when you start getting into sinning. It starts to regulate you more and more. And when you give in to one sin, you're giving in to all the sins. You can fight back against certain sins. Like, I fight back against greed. Because I don't like, you know, but when you look at greediness has, you know, there's a lot of different things with greed. You know, like, you know, when you sit there and you worship your flesh, you worship, you know, the way you look, the muscles you have and shit. Not to say you can't be loving about yourself and have a sense of pride and be like, oh yeah, I look really good today, you know, have an honor and all stuff and that. As long as you're always giving thanks, that's all that matters.
Gotcha. Right on.
Like, I always ask for intelligence,
Anyone got a
so I gain intelligence. I ask for wisdom, I got a lot of wisdom now. And my wisdom's very overwhelming. It comes to me very quickly. It's why I talk the way I talk. So when people want to ask questions in that, especially about anything when it comes down to, like, anything at all, normally it has to relate to, you know, the world and what's going on in that. If I don't know something, I would like to learn it.
nailed him.
You know, a lot of people don't want wisdom. They want greed, as in, you know, they want
Anyone
money, wealth, so to speak.
I'm a natural.
And they say, well, you need money to survive. You do. It's not about it's not about how much you have, more or less. It's like, how's your mindset on it? Are you helping people? Are you using your money for good, not just sitting there and just, you know, having it? Do you give money to people that need it more than you? I would say, well, people do good things, and people do good things. But don't look at it as it's something that, you know, that's going to gain you favor. You know, Jesus said in the Bible that, you know, yeah, you can give your money away and know something. It's a good deed. Good deeds are good. But if you don't believe in me, then you'll never inherit heaven.
Cover your ears, siren. She's history. Oh, suck it. Stop me. I double dare you. Careful, guys.
If I thought there was anything but luck, I would be impressed. Area remains secure.
Just gonna make sure.
But that's what it is with people. Like, people they don't want to understand certain things, and they're like, well, why is my life so bad? Well, because you choose it. You choose everything in your life, by the way. You choose every single thing that happens in your life. And then when you complain about what you choose in your life and that, then it's your own personal choice. It's like, well, God should just do things for me. It's like, that's not how God, he never stated that he works like that. You gotta do stuff for him. That's the point. People take consideration of, like, oh, if God's almighty now, then he should do this for me and do this and do this, do this. You guys ask a lot of fucking, like, once. Like, I want this, I want that. Okay. He did that for Adam and Eve. You know, he said, you know, whatever you dream of, whatever you choose to, you know, want, I'll give it to you. When people might look at it from a different perspective, like, well, he stated, you know, he told them not to eat from the tree of, you know, knowledge of good and evil, but they did anyway. I say, yeah, because you gave him free will. You gave him absolute choice. And the choice was that, you know, women are gullible. Women don't know hierarchy. Women don't know much of anything when it comes down to, you know, how the world actually works. Let's say from that perspective, because, you know, Eve was the one that, Adam was the one that believed his wife, believed his woman, you know. And he stayed true to her. Now you come back to nowadays, we figure it out. We all want to protect women and children, men that have it in them, which most men do. It's an honor code that we have to take. It's an oath, basically, we have to take. You know, that's what God wants us to do, so we take the oath. And so we protect. A lot of it's non-violent. A lot of it's just simple talking and communication. That go stuff. People that want to be violent, that no, well, then be violent. That I'm not gonna say you can't do stuff. That's fine. Do it. Like no one gives a fuck about what other people do in their lives, especially when it doesn't. You know, when they don't see it, because you know, well, I don't know then. Exactly. If I don't know what's going on, then I can't relate to anything.
Must be invisible. I'm pissed. Where's it gone? I'm making the best mess ever. It's here somewhere. Gotcha.
Stop that this instant. This is not possible.
Oh my god, get the fuck off my ass.
Thank you, me.
If you squander all your money on their guns, the life insurance.
Where is a bikini? Oh shit!
Show yourself. My children. There must be something wrong with your calibration. You were not supposed to live through that.
That's the only thing I hate about these guns. Yeah, I'm definitely probably gonna go my damn thing. Quick reload. I'll do the quick reload more armor. Because I'd rather keep. I think quick reload was like 25 or 30% or something like that.
Oh, thank you, me.
You'll throw my results if you don't.
Not a big fan of that gun.
Buy armor.
Stone's good. I mean, also just the fucking M16. M16's still the best.
Keep the Zeds out of that area.
But yeah. that a woodpecker? What the fuck is that?
I found ammo.
But yeah, so my
Easy. Damn things got me. There. Ugh. I need this on the Snapchats.
Dude, I can't wait till 3 comes out.
Oh shit.
Because the way they have it.
Thought that was anything but luck. I would be impressed. Area remains secure. This area remains mostly
You have more like running, and they give you more dodging capabilities than that. I think you have like a dash or something like that. That's just plain Jane just bullet hosing. You pick a big gun, you start shooting it, you blow shit up. Or you stay in a corner like this, and you have 6 people just constantly shooting and reloading. That's basically all you can do. And you have a support with you, you can grab ammo and shit. But yeah, while I was talking about that, like, what was I mentioning? Oh, about the sends and that.
I think you'll find it snug and deadly.
Sends get ridiculous when you start to understand why God put them in a specific way. That pride's always the worst, because pride leads to all other sins. Because whatever sin that you have, and you stay proud of it, you have a proud moment of it, you're like, oh. You know, it's like, say like, most of the time I would say sexual sin. Or say, you know, the flush sin, you know, what was it? Oh, I had it in my fucking damn head, I just lost it. It's like attention, oh, not attention. The lust of the flesh. We lust the flesh. You can say, is that sexual? No, lust of flesh just means that you're obsessed about yourself and the way you look. The whole point of all this is to be balanced and love everything. Love everybody. You know, don't give in to temptation of certain things. And temptations are normally thoughts to get into your head. And most of the times they're probably going to be sexual thought, because that's how it normally works. You know, normally when you meet someone like that, you already know who you're going to fuck. You already know who you're going to be close to. Your body tells you it up front. So say I walk up and talk about, there's already one girl in there that I'm already like curious about. Am I gonna do anything with it? Probably not. I already have it in my head. It's already in my head as of right now. So I'm automatically gonna have it in my head. That's how we do it. You instantly already know. So I know how to fight it. Because when you give in to that temptation, when you give in to that thought in your head, and most times, for most people, it's normally, like I said, it's normally sexual. You know, people want to idolize touching and being close to people and that they think that are pretty and that are attracted to and that. And so we do. Is it wrong? Not necessarily, if you do it in the right manner, but if your mind's like constantly being like, oh wow, you know, wow, she's hot, you know. That's kind of fucked up. I don't like that. That was like sacrilegious as fuck. Oh god.
I need this on the Snapchats. One of those moody pledge pals.
Spend your Josh, imbecile.
Best gun ever.
Four right aside to shut the fuck. Do you know the resource cost of a flesh power?
But yeah, I already know who I'm gonna be. Probably that she's already triggered it. She's already got close to me. She's already like kind of like gave me that kind of like vibe that she's somewhat interested. Even though it's like first time seeing, people don't think that's how it works. That's literally how it works. The first time you see someone, you already identify what probably is going to be a possibility of happening. Is it going to play out like exactly like it is? No, it never does. Because, you know, it comes down to maturity rate and that. But, like, if someone comes in here and they're really, like, open in that, and they'll say specific things, you're all like, oh, I don't even know you, but, like, okay, you're very open in that, okay. You seem to be very honest about, you know, who you are and that. That's a trigger point of saying, okay, well, that's kind of a good thing, but it's kind of a bad thing. It means that you talk a lot. It means you gossip a lot, and that's what I heard when I was at my workplace. Bunch of women gossiping, and it was like, constantly just like talking about this, talk about that, talk about this, talk about that. I'm like, okay.
Don't get too comfy. I've got more Zeds just waiting.
I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool, I guess. You know, you guys are gossiping about work and that, and complaining about certain people not working good and that, blah, blah, blah.
Oh shit!
Area's most secure. Not
That one was a good one. Oh no, I almost got it all. I must have missed one, like a couple. But yeah, that's exactly how it is in your mind. We always identify that. Every time we come in contact with especially the opposite sex, we're always going to be massively like thinking like instantly. Because we already know what we like. As human beings, we already know what we like. Especially if you're like, you know, at a certain age in that, where like you've been alive long enough to know what you like and that, know what you want to do, know what you don't want to do.
alleviate your suffering.
Then you do it. That's how life is. Like that's how you should be. You do specific things. You know, when you try new things and you're like, I don't like it that. Sometimes people like to beat it in your head, like, well, it's not that bad for you. It's like, well, that's what you like to do, like weed and that. Max smoked a fuckload of weed. She wasted more money on weed than she did on food. And she's like, well, I'm never hungry. Yeah, it's because you're smoking weed. Not saying you didn't look good. Yeah, she looked great, you know. She was a very pretty girl in that, you know. And she had the looks in that. But the idea behind it was that, you know, she didn't, you know, whatever that she needed to do in her life and that, she didn't complete it yet. She completed some things in her life, but not all the things in her life that she needed to complete.
Bullets, anyone?
Smackdown! Oh, you're a sneaky
More of that. I will not have it.
And no, that's just how it is for her. Well, you, no one cares about your fuck off. Oh, fuck, these farts are getting so bad. I don't like it.
I will follow the trail of desperation. What are you doing? That one was my favorite. No, this will not happen.
Damn it!
I'm surprised you made it this far. The way you fight.
But yeah, our minds are very upfront with us. I think it's not our minds. Our minds are connected to our souls and that, but like our souls are very upfront with us. Especially when you're really spiritual. Like I'm highly spiritual, so like I see things from a really different perspective than most people.
Oh, suck it!
Here comes someone my size.
And like, so when I see things, then I look at it and be like, okay, I'm gonna identify like this, like this, like this, like that.
I'm a natural.
And I always will. I'm always gonna be like, okay, well, it has to be like this, 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 and this.
Watch out, cloaked enemy.
So I identify it.
Where's it gone?
Tell me, have I scared you off? Stop that.
Bang, you're dead. Nice, huh? Just a second, asshole!
Who here likes
Shit!
Now this is getting annoying. Replacing advanced weapon systems is resource intensive.
Yeah. Full magazine and shoot one grenade normally takes down like half-life, which is really good. But yeah, so like if you know what you like as a person, you're gonna always see what you like. You're always gonna identify, exactly what you want to do with life. Now, could then things be honestly bad to a certain extent? You can make really shitty decisions in life and be addicted to certain things because you just don't know. Well, that's what it is. My ex and I always ask her questions and that about certain things and that, I was honestly trying to figure out certain things about her and that, I still love her and I don't think she's a bad person. She does, to me, she does idiotic things and that because I don't see how she lives the life that she lives because she's always miserable. That's how I look at it. When I see someone that's miserable and they don't know what they want and they keep saying that, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. Then I gotta look at it. You know what you want. You already had it and you know that you fucked it up. So now you're confused. And you're all like, that's all it is.
Easy! Oh shit! Just gotta make sure. Hey!
Confusion can be a bitch.
None of this has made it in. Surprising.
It's just how it is. Most people get massively confused over life and that because they're not raised a certain way of understanding things and they never understand critical thinking. So they never learn how to actually think on their own. So they tend to follow people that they shouldn't be following. Like one of the things I get from a lot of people, potheads. I always talk about potheads a lot. You say, well, there's different kinds of potheads. There's people that actually know why they do it, and they do it specifically for certain things. And then there's people that don't know why they do it, and they just do it because it's like, well, it makes you feel good. Yeah, a lot of things make you feel good. I can go for a nice walk and make myself feel good. I can sit there and have a good conversation with someone and feel great about it. That's my go-to. I love to have a good conversation just about anything. Life, what do you expect, about certain things and that, about life and that, and, how do you live your life better if you could? What are the nutrition values that you can do to make your life better for yourself and that? And I think about all those things. And I'll be like, that's very interesting. He doesn't like a good, like thinking about like actual things that fucking matter. Like, are you willing to take vitamins every day? Are you willing to drink protein shakes? Are you willing to understand life for what it's there for? A lot of people, especially young people, a guy came on my stream not so long ago, and I used a pothead, and then I asked him, like, it's like I never had purpose until I had my kid. I said, okay, so your purpose was to have a kid then. But the thing is, you still have a purpose because you haven't done anything. You've done nothing with your life besides have sex. That's not an accomplishment because people do that shit all the time. That's the easiest thing to get is sex. Before, it was the hardest thing to get. So back then, people worked harder to be able to have such a nice relationship with the opposite sex, to be able to perform those things. Where the fuck did that come from? This fucker fell off. Oh, it must have fell off when I dropped my remote control. Yeah, I gotta be careful with my charger nut because the charger gets loose. The little ports that you have for your charger for anything, they get loose so fast. But yeah, I try to ask these questions to that about these things, and I asked him a bunch of questions, and then I'm like, dude, everyone has purpose. And he went down the super negative shit. He's like, no one has purpose. You're not born with a purpose in that. I said, well, for someone that had a kid, and you said that's your purpose, and he basically was just dumbfounded himself. I asked him that, like, if your purpose is to have a child, now, what's your purpose to be? A father. Okay, so what's the purpose of a father? To survive, get off the fucking drugs, stop being such a fucking bitch, and fucking work, motherfucker. You should have no reason to not be able to do something. You're like, well, my woman works and I don't. Yeah, so as a man, you should feel ashamed of yourself. No offense. You should be 100% ashamed of yourself. Women like to stay at home and not do nothing but work or work at home. That's their job. Almost every woman that I ever talked to hates fucking working. And they don't, unless it's a really comfortable job. But all of them, they don't like working. Probably girls I do work with. That's why they act the way they act. That's why they never take their job fucking seriously unless they have to. Because they don't want to. They want to be at home. They want to be watching TV, vacuum cleaning stuff and that. That's just that's just what people tend to do when they're females. They're helpers. Genetically, in their brain, they're helpers. They don't want to work. Like in a part-time job, maybe, that's why most women do drive-through. Most women do collect money. Most women, they don't do as physical of labor unless they have to. Point taken. Oh, I'm about to blow ass pretty soon. Ooh. My shit's brewing. Because every time I talk to any woman, I always ask the same questions. Like, okay, what's going on with your life and that, or anybody. When it comes out to anybody, I talk to anybody about this shit. But you have to look at it from a different perspective now. Oh yeah, this is not going to work. I can't hold this anymore. Ooh. I'm going to destroy that toilet. I'm not going to like it. Oh boy. Yeah, we're almost at the end of our little story in that with the Taylor the Fiend. Thought the shit was fucking hilarious. So basically, Taylor the Fiend, there's like a whole bunch of that. Call it Fiend Squad. They'll have
Anyone need ammo?
they'll have different kinds of people on Reddit or on certain type of storyboards and that they'll talk about specific things that are happening in their life. And so what happens is they'll have people that go on there and tell them stories about, relationships. Like, oh well, this relationship, they'll talk about, what happens when they get divorced and that the woman's always they're cheating on them and all stuff like that. And the truth is, women always say guys cheat. I said the only reason why guys cheat because women are the ones that involve themselves with that. So, like for instance, I had that issue multiple times. That girl, that I was with, and that, she had a man before we got together, and I never knew why she did the specific things and that. And I started to learn these terms. There's so many terms out there. The terms for it's called monkey branching, and okay. Okay, so my username is going to be my email. Okay. I'm gonna do like that. Okay, so I got that. Okay, so I don't need to do like that anymore. So I already set my password up in that. Let me go to. Mm, there it goes. Okay. So I use my email for the pay company. That's pretty cool. I guess I can go through my phone and clock in. I'm not 100% sure. I'm trying to do my stuff for my work. Mm. Oh. I already looked that up. Oh, okay. Six. Okay, so that's the reason why. Okay, well that doesn't. Okay, this is a bunch of bullshit I gotta do. Start. Eight. Like a fucking put it in there. Street address. Dillon Drive. So I gotta go through all this fucking bullshit. Okay. Okay. There it goes. No, I need to finish this fucking checklist bullshit. Okay, so as Kmark expresses, you would be getting paying assistant managers or SR assistant managers using a special pay salary plus overtime bonus. Ooh, okay, that's pretty cool. Weekly salary will be committed to you straight time for all time the job demanding during the work week and that, whatever their numbers are. You relate them for 40 hours and some other fixed weekly work things. When I pay, you will, no matter what hours you receive in the work week, unless the work has no hours, all the work week. In which case, okay, well that has nothing to do with me. This stuff's fucking retarded. Yeah, I don't. Cool. The basic knowledge of pay. Manager code. Yeah, it's talking about like money and shit. Managers. Actually, manual manager code. Managers also understand. Coworker handbook. Managers will not in cash handling. Okay, back to the truthfulness. Manager has to take it to polygram test. A polygram test. What? I gotta take a lie detector test? Will you ever steal anything? No. Oh, if you do it, okay. Okay, I see what they're doing that. Damn. Okay, this is the one thing. Managers will treat every employee fairly and judge employees based upon how well they perform on the job and not on the discriminating base. Managers will not engage with harassment against others and all this bullshit about, sexual orientation and stuff like that. Like, okay, well, Managers will not use information technology, email, internet, voicemail, computer equipment, or any other company thing for non-business. Okay. Well, I don't give a fuck about that because I don't do that stuff anyway. Okay. I guess he's already starting to get me into management bullshit. The manager code, you can't do shit. Okay, well, I can understand that. That's fine. TV manager code. And the only thing good about being a management is that you have dominance over everybody, and you can discuss things with everybody. I think that's what I already did. Yeah, it's the same one. A lot of it's just safety. Yeah, a lot of it's just a safety thing. They want me to be like, oh well, just want to make sure you understand. Like, I understand basic code and ethics. Like okay, like you gotta work with a bunch of kids and that you gotta be problems. Well, I'll give you the heads up, bro. Like, I'm working with a lot of gossipy people, so people gossip all the time, and people don't oblige by all the rules that you're gonna state. Obviously, no, that's not what they're supposed to do, because then no one will have a fucking job. No, but they have to say these certain things, not like no discrimination or something. I'm like, honestly, people discriminate. I say okay. If you got questions about things, you got questions because I don't believe in racism. Discrimination of a person is a fucking joke. It's more or less likely you did something wrong and they want you to complain about that. Then okay, complain. I'm gonna watch all this shit.
Welcome to Paycom. We look forward to helping.
Let's go through this bullshit. Yeah, not even care.
Wave 12.
Mr. Sniper in the house. We've got a cloaker.
Nope.
Nailed him.
Yeah, I just want to kill those guys last because they're slow.
I'm making the best mess
I
ever.
mean, as long as they're paying me good now, I'm not even gonna give a shit. I'll talk about things and that, but like, be understanding, when people are vocal in that, especially being a manager and that, like, I'll look at it from.
Great. Flash out. Something pissed it off. Damn, look out. Stir.
Okay. Continue. I think I'll do this bullshit. Okay, they say life happens on a smartphone and therefore everything on a smartphone, yes. Okay, we'll understand that. Okay, already download the app. Okay. Cool. Alright, logged in. Login's a lot easier on this one because you just use your email. Cool. Cool. I don't really give a shit. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Cool. Basically what Paycom is, I've noticed so far, it just keeps you in touch. It makes it easier for them to be able to go through it. Okay, so I have to what? Oh, I gotta click on all these damn little dots. Yes, I know. Showing the Spanish version. Me not from country. Me from other place. No, me don't like America. Me like to take all your money. Da, 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 da. Oh, you're gonna do all this fucking bullshit. Okay, well. Oh, that shit's so fucking stupid. I'm visiting shit. So stupid. Submit. Let me sit. Fuck off. Oh, good. They're done. Fuck off. I don't care. Do you claim exemption from withholding for? No, I don't claim anything for withholding. Okay. Well, then what the fuck do I have to go here then? Mail. It says I do not wish to self-identify. Not Hispanic or Latino. They always have white, black, or African American. I'm so confused. What the fuck do you... No one... What the fuck does white even mean? I said two or more races. They're so fucking retarded. Like, it blows my mind how stupid they are. Add pronouns. Add pronouns. Why? If they have that in there and someone goes like, I go by these pronouns and I'm like, can I just call you by your name? How the fuck I have to identify you as let's call you by your name. Makes it easier for me. Proven sign. Okay, finish all this fucking bullshit. We got the handbook now. Let's read the handbook. 36! Oh. Make great tasting food. You're all smiling that. If you have any problems with any chemicals, you know, no one's fucking reading all that shit. Cause a lot of that stuff in the handbook is just like need to know basis, I guess. Oh. I know people want to make up rules and that about stuff and that, be like, oh yeah, this and that. Like, oh yeah. It says here, make food and get paid. It's like, how much you paying me? Oh, okay, well I can deal with that, you know. Make food, get paid. When there's drama, there's fucking drama. Thing is, I'm gonna be, I don't know. They have a management overnights, but I think it's the assistant manager. I think the assistant managers take shifts with certain things, so I got a big ass fucking zit on my shoulder. Okay, still all this bullshit. The thing is, my sketchers do really good in there. The thing is, like, the place is not that fucking greasy. Because if I'm working with people, I'm probably gonna be working with the big guy. He's super cool, but everybody's cool there. I just gotta get used to talking to him, because he's probably gonna work with me in that. He does a good job in that. And maybe that other young kid in that. Health insurance, market cover, blue. Yeah, I don't like health insurance. Why? I don't like taking medicines. And if I get hurt that badly and that, they take me over there, I just tell them to fucking eat it. You don't have to pay. They have to take care of you. It's a tax thing. I'm not reading all this bullshit. That's so fucking stupid. Yeah, I don't think people are gonna read all this crap. Like taxes, I understand, because everyone has different tax things. Indian employment. What the fuck? Symptoms. There it is. One. Do you have vomit, fever? Duh, 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 duh. If I shit my pants, I shit my pants. I can't control what I do. Okay, so turn the checklist. No, please voucher bullshit. Paycom. Can I deal this shit? Vouch. EEO information. Nickname Gigant. Like, huge dick! The big penis! Well, sir, you can't say that. That's my nickname. I go by, my pronouns are big penis. Yeah. Dude, I'd be balls and fucking laughing. I ain't gonna lie about that shit. I'd be laughing my fucking ass off. I guess you gotta call me Big Dick or Big Willie. They call you cock and balls. You want the big cock and balls? Yeah. Oh my god. Thank you. Jack. 0, 0, 0, 0. Knowledge and degree. I already did this shit. Why do they want me to do this shit again? They keep wanting me to do the same fucking shit. Okay, well, everything's done. Oh, he started me off at $15.50. I get paid 50 cents more than I do at fucking Zips as that's fucking hilarious. As a normal worker, they say up to 15. But I guess he gave me a 50-cent incentive, and then I probably will go up to 16. I don't know. Because she was saying, like, yeah, I didn't hear, but evidently he said 15.50. When he gets done with his management, he'll get a bump up after that. He'll go up to, I'm like, oh, wow. It's like, I hope I go up to like 17, because, 16 is good. It's paid more than I do, but working here, I deal with a lot more crap than I would say working at fucking Zips. I can handle working at Zips. Customers do complain that I can't do nothing about it, and most times it's just like, okay, well, here. You're gonna have 1-2% of your customers complain. Called a big fart. You sound like shit. Yes, I do. That sound like shit. Oh yeah, sound like shit. I just put myself. No. Oh, good times. I get paid 50 cents more. That's so fucking hilarious.
twitch, ass face. Nice, huh? I'm a natural. Yeah! Oh shit!
The resupply pod is
That's what makes it funny.
spend your dosh and shut up.
I mean, see now if he gave me that, he gave me 50. He gave me 50 cents more. And said, "Oh, you get paid 16." I'm like, you can give me 17, bro. I'm not playing around with this shit. There's a lot of work that has to be done in this fucking place. I ain't gonna lie. There's a lot of stuff that has to be done. You know, because I already did all my management agreement bullshit. But now I gotta go through their tablet and all that jargon shit. It says I can't wear shorts in the place, which is fucking crappy. Oh, okay. So I had to wear like dark blue jeans. I'm like, well, my blue jeans are pretty dark. I remember one job, we had to wear colored socks. Alright, wait a minute, what? Yeah, you had to wear black colored socks or dark colored socks. Like, why? Well, it's part of the uniform. Okay. Like, jits that, they had a uniform code. Like, you know, we're gonna fucking car wash, bro. I walked in with pajamas and shit, like, and I got a membership, and I got more car. Sometimes, oh, you're wearing pajamas. Like, yeah, I just got here and that's morning time, and I normally I change it out because it's kind of cold and your pajamas are nice and warm. Like, oh, okay. You're like, yeah, man. I like that. I mean, the pajamas I have are nice pajamas. They're, you know, oh, they smell good too. They're nice, silky pajamas. They keep me warm. They got nice, long pockets. And they look good. They're red with black stripes on them. Okay. And he was like, you know what? I'm gonna get a membership in that. And we go, that's cool, bro. He's like, yeah, okay. He's like, I like it that you wear pajamas now. You're comfortable in that. That's kind of cool. And I was like, yeah, you know, it's just life, man. I don't really. He's like, I just want to be happy in that. I don't like to throw down too much in that because a lot of times, just like, oh my god, it's so fucking annoying. I'll be sitting there like, everyone's got to stick up their fucking ass. I'm like, man, dude. The only thing I have to say is where I'm going to be working at. I walked in there. It's pretty lively. Everyone's sitting there talking, just having a good time. They're doing their job in that. People make mistakes in that. The only thing is, I have to say, I'm going to confront it. I'm like, okay. You know, it's like, oh, you got any, someone says, oh, you got any advice? Here's my advice. We all work as a team. If there's any complaints on anyone, we talk it out with that person. You bring them in, you talk to them about it. You don't create drama about it because it creates headaches. It creates guiltiness, creates headaches, creates, you know, anxiety. It's like when I want to walk in my shift, I'm not saying everything needs to be done. You know, it should, but sometimes stuff happens in that. You know, I have to go by, you know, how people feel in that sometimes. You know, shit happens. People have bad days in that. And like, it's 100% my job to be able to remedy that. So I can't be drama. Oh, not all the time. I mean, you're like making fun of people, not, but outside of work, so to speak. the way I look at it, I will be making fun of people. And I will do it a lot, because, more or less likely, I don't care. It becomes fun. I'm an old man. Only getting older by the second. I watch people grown up. They were in high school. I watched them grow up. Fuck, I watch people get married. I might say that, watch people get married. Watch people have kids, and I know them when they were not like that. Well, a lot of people that I played games with on Xbox and that. Well, I occasionally talk to them every now and then. One of the guys I actually started playing KillingFloor with, his name was Space Ninja. He's married, he has a kid. I think he's divorced already. I think he's divorced already. I don't know. I know she got married, and all of a sudden I see that I don't think he's with that woman anymore. I'm like, well, welcome to tomorrow, bro. It say, welcome to the real world. Oh. We'll do some nuking. I'm like, yep, that's why I don't fuck around. Women want they want to be married, but they don't want to need to be married. They don't want to do the full job. They listen to other women, and that's what it is. Very gullible women. Very gullible women, like, oh, I like listening to this girl, that girl. Like, why? It's like, well, I feel that they're telling me the truth. I said, feeling or knowing? Like, adding emotions to anything logical, it's not going to make sense, because you're trying to think that's logical, but because you feel that's logical. It's like one of the first things someone said to me, smiled at me. I'm like, okay, you seem, nice now. You got, identify. You got pretty smart, nice eyes, and that, you look a little, young and that. The person told me her age, and that. I'm like, okay, that's cool, now, casual conversation type bullshit. The first thing she said, she's like, oh yeah. It's like, I kind of act like a boy in that, and I'm just like, oh, okay, like, that can go many different ways. Okay. Are you be a tomboy and all that stuff now? Are you saying that you act like a man, or you want to be a man, or are you saying that you have tomboy intentions? Because it goes many different ways. If you say I identify as a boy or as a man, I'm like, oh, okay, I mean, that's your own decision, but you look like a girl. And you say, well, that's rude. I'm like, looks. Here's this. When you look like something, you can identify as anything you want. But when you look like something, I'm looking at you. Not what you identify as, I'm looking at you. There's a difference. So I'm not going to see you go into the boys' room, am I? Well, no, there you go. I'm going to say, because for my safety net, I don't want to walk in there. And you're sitting there on the toilet peeing when I'm peeing in the urinal, and you're getting mad at me because I'm peeing in the urinal. Why the fuck you in here then? I mean, I wouldn't say it like that. I'd say, well, why are you in here then? But obviously, I don't think it's like that, because these people seem to. We'll hear it. We'll hear like people bring up politics every now and again. I'll ask questions like, why do you think that? Well, because Trump's a mean man. Like, do you know why he's doing it? Yeah, because he wants more money for himself. That's all. That's the biggest argument I always hear. He wants money for himself. I'm like, why? how can you, first thing first, why would he want to do that in the first place when he is the president, first of all? He doesn't even take money. Well, he's trying to make deals with this and that. I'm like, I mean, if he wants to make personal deals with anybody, why would anyone try to make personal deals with someone when they're trying to tariff the shit out of them and take their economy to crap? The tariffs are going to get... This is how dumb China is. China thinks that we give them a lot of imports. We don't give you shit in imports. Here's how it is. We are the money. The United States is the currency. You sell to us. We are ones that have the currency. We do sell to other people in that. Yes, we do. But our economy is run by selling to their own people. So we sell more to our own people than we sell to people around the world. We sell little things around the world in that. That's how it works. We're an eternal money machine. We sell to ourselves. Why? Because Americans own the bulk of the business in the world. We own the businesses. We have the regulations of money. We have businesses that are worth fucking 40, 50 trillion dollars that have been around for 100 something years. We own the market. So when China says, we're going to pay tariffs on you, that doesn't do anything to us. Like, okay, what? Certain things might be slightly more? Okay, well, but some of those things are not even going to matter because we are the money. So when people think about that, it's like, you know what? It's like, but the thing is, your economy is going to crash, and our economy's not even crashing because a lot of people rely on us. Besides as you, if we get 20, 30 other countries that rely on us, that's what's happening that, and we get 100, we say we get like 10 to 20 to 30 trillion dollars worth of investments in our country and we start making all the crap that China starts to want to make, and they can't make it anymore because everyone's buying from us instead of from China, guess what's happening? What's happening around? China's economy is going to drop. China's economy is going to drop dramatically. That's what's happening now. Not even a week after the tariffs, and I have all this stuff in that. Everything's been delayed. All their people are not getting paid. I hate to do it too, but that's what's going to uprise it. Make a damn deal, dumbass. It's like you're a communist. You don't care about your people. You care about how much net worth you're making. Okay, cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. Well, guess what's going to happen? Oh. Hey now. You didn't hear nothing. You didn't see nothing. Oh God. What's going on with my butthole? It's just farting all the time. Just keep on pooping. I think my stomach's regulated with all the probiotics I'm taking finally. I didn't eat a lot of fiber. I don't eat a ton of fiber. I know it's the probiotics. But yeah. That's one of the things like people are like, a lot of people are trying to like go down the road in that with. I'm like, dude, I'm like, come on guys. Come on, man. Just do the thing. Okay, let's listen to more of this bullshit.
In a perfect world, set a health goal and results would happen overnight. In this world, the real thing is, if you're the boss in this situation, number one, why this guy has a wife? Why on earth is he cheating? I don't understand. Like, just a lot of these guys, they don't want to leave their marriages because they're going to get financially screwed over. So I hope it's one of those situations. But like, the wife is going to find out if you have an affair regardless. You know, guys, like, you go out there, you cheat with some woman, okay, who's cheating on her own husband. Like, these women, they've already proven that they're not loyal, but the woman's going to find out regardless. You can have she's going to find out regardless. I've always just found this incredibly stupid, guys. This is why, in my opinion, lying is just so stupid. Because it just takes so much effort, and like, what's the point? You know, and you have to put in all this effort and then rely on the woman that you're cheating with not to be a dumbass, by the way. A very, very big ask. So, to the story here, though, the wife is trying to rent the ex-wife, excuse me, is trying to rent a studio.
That's what makes it funny, though. I wonder if that's how my ex did it. If she sat there, like, after, like, a month or so of dealing with me when she was feeling that I wasn't up to her, like, bullshit standards of bullshit life. Because she was, like, wanting to have kids and shit on something. Like, you already know you're, like, 32, right? Like, I say this as nice as possible. Like, if you want to have kids, you have to have kids right fucking now. And I only known you for barely, like, 3 months of, like, dating. I'm like, I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, yeah, I'll put a baby in you. I don't care how much you want to sex it up and down, like, oh, yeah, okay. You know, how many times you spread your legs and that, it's not going to, like, get me to get you pregnant. I'm like, this ain't a fucking porno. Cause I shouldn't say this, but I remember the one time it was just like, that's how men like it, and I got confused. I was listening to someone talk about, you know, like sexual functions and that, about men and that. I'm like, that's how men like it, and I'm just sitting there like thinking to myself, I'm like, why would someone say it like that? Like, what do you mean? Like how many guys did you have? I don't know. First off, how many guys did you have before that, man? Was it yesterday? A couple days ago? Now you're saying that's how men like it. It's like, what like, did you already cheat on that man already? You didn't start to know him? Like, oh, you can date me in that, but just to make sure, I tell you, I got 15 other dudes on the sideline. Why? You know what the biggest addiction is? Addiction itself. Because when you get addicted to something, especially like stuff that like does a lot of dopamine exchange, you get used to that dopamine exchange. So what happens is you just get addicted to everything else that relies on dopamine. And that hurts you more than it hurts anybody else because you crave it. It's crazy at work. Like, people like smoke cigarettes. Junkies? What do we call them junkies for? They're addicted to dopamine. So what happens is everything that they do in their life, they like that rush of climax. Well, they climax a lot. And of course, you can say like, you know, people like masturbate and stuff like that. Yeah, you know, I agree with them. People shouldn't be doing that stuff either. Not, you know, but it's all about active control. You know, it's like, say for instance, if someone wants to go to sleep and they know that they're a little riled up in that, you know, it's like either they'll read like a bedtime story or, you know, listen to something soothing or something like that. Yeah, you can read bedtime stories. I'm okay with that. Sometimes people like to read before they go to bed. Only 400? Can I buy anything better than this? Let's see. Okay. That's actually really good. UMP's fucking hilariously good. I like this a lot. So it's like I asked myself. I'm just like, okay, so like if you say something like that, it means that you've been that's too much. You've been banged too much. You know, and of course, you know, people say like, well, why do you have to judge it like that? Because that's exactly what it is. It's like, I don't want to get hurt, so why the fuck would I want to entrust someone with my emotions when I know that they basically say that they cheat all the damn time? They basically say that they like to have, you know, dong in them all the time. I said, how the hell can I trust someone then? You can't.
Anyone got a mop and bucket?
Exactly. So, like, I'll be sitting there like, okay, you know, if you talk like that towards me, it's like, I'm just not going to trust you right up front. Because if you have a mind, if you have someone in your mind that you're thinking of while you're banging another person, just to say, then you're not with that person. The amount of excuses that people want to make up because of this is practically fucking hilarious. Because it's like, why? That's like, here's what it is. Me, personally, myself, never done it with a woman all the way. Never. And I won't. I'm sorry. I won't. I refuse to. I mean, yeah, I can, you know, put my dong in a sex puppet and all that stuff and that, and be, you know, or sex doll, or whatever the fuck it is, and be happy with the simpleness of pleasure.
Be the cleaner's day off?
You know, put my mind in that set. And people might mock and that. Women are definitely probably hating that, you know. Seeing, you know, some, you know, I guess, you know, when you see attractive man plowing dolls and that, they get upset about that. It's like, what about me? It's like, what about you, bitch? Like, I don't need you. What are you blah, blah, blah. I don't know. If the only thing a woman has, I'm going to be very upfront about it. The only thing a woman has is her sexuality, which is the truth in some senses, but there's other things you can do to be sexy.
Come on, let's go. Oh shit.
There's other things you can do to be sexy. And that's what the problem is. Like smiling. I don't think that's what the problem is. I don't think a lot of these women nowadays and that do this whole feminist thing. They always like resort to like, oh, I have to give them pleasure through their cock and balls. Like, pleasure can be done in many different ways. A lot of guys will go, oh yeah, I agree with that 100%. Well, yeah, men agree with that because you're just as fucking dumb as they are when it comes out of that shit. Because you're a fucking moron. Most pleasure comes down with simple gestures, simple things, very simple. Like a smile, a hug, a touch. Like say, like if a woman rubs on my chest, I'll get pleasure out of it. I'll feel happy. I'll feel excited about it. You know, it's just like the sense of she lets me like grab her ass or something like that. I get pleasure off that. It doesn't have to be sex. It doesn't have to be sex. It's attention gives you pleasure. It doesn't matter if I know the person or not. If I feel a sense of they like me, then more or less likely I'm going to be like, oh, hey, you like me, you gave me a smile. That's going to make me excited. It's going to make me have a sense of pleasure, happiness.
They've got a sort of red motif thing going on here, huh? Oh, suck it! I'm a natural.
And that's exactly what it is. A sense of pleasure.
Nailed him! Get I need this on the Snapchats.
And that's what it always is, a sense of pleasure. So like if a girl came up to me and that, she smiled at me, she introduced herself and that, she's being very pleasant, I'll be highly more attracted to her than I would with a girl with their tits hanging out, with their butt hanging out. Highly more attracted. Girls be like, well, what? I got big boobs and that's what you like. Yeah. There's a lot of things that men like. But that's not the only thing men like. Like, when women don't, obviously they don't know, then you should ask. Don't ask a woman about what men like. Ask a man what men like. Men will always tell you, just be peaceful, happy, smiling. We all go through struggles in life and that. We all have shit that happens to us and that. That's why we have to, work together on stuff and that.
Don't break your arm patting yourself
But when you're sitting there and you're saying stuff and being all contradicting to stuff and that, especially when it comes down to someone that you're supposed to be loving and that, that's a problem right there.
Right on. I need this on the Snapchats.
That is a major fucking problem right there.
Nice, huh?
And that's gonna start a whole new fucking bullshit thing with everybody.
You know that flesh pound's on steroids? You even feel that, Mr. Zed? Mr. Sniper in the house. Yeah!
And that's always been the problem with people, man. It's like, have you taught yourself anything? Have you done anything? Or are you just sitting there just like, I'm complaining, but I don't want to learn? And say, why is life so hard, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, act of choice. If life is supposed to be easy, then everything be given to you, right? Like, well, yeah, nothing's given to you, right? Well, some things might, okay. But not everything is. So what should I tell you? Exactly, not everything's given to you. And you have to work at things to make things better for yourself. That's pretty cut, line, and dry, you know? And yes, we always identify people through looks first, how they smile and that. You know, the body shape and that, you know, that's just how we are. We always go from the face down. You know, if a girl has something that's very, you know, luxury, like I look at all girls' butts. I always look at all girls' butts. Like girls look at guys' butts all the time and that, you know, never admit to it, but they do. That's how we identify people. It's like dogs, they sniff each other's asses to say hello, to identify. We say hello through other metrics. And sometimes it's through, you know, just like, oh, wow, look at her. Wow, that ass is nice. Oh, it's a nice butt. Blah, 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 blah. Got great ass on you, you know.
He's got a cloaker.
You do a flip. You're so cool. That's how everybody does it. That's just a common courtesy of the law of the land. That's nature. Now, do people get offended by that shit? Oh yeah, they do. Like, why you do that? Cause that's what we do. Oh, it's because you don't like it, so to speak. You know, that kind of happens sometimes. And that's like, well, I don't like you do that. Okay, then don't like it then. No one's telling you to like everything that men do. I love this gun. I'm happy when they came out with this nail gun. This gun is really fucking good against flesh pounds. And it's fun to use because it shoots really fast. But yeah, I would always look at, you know, life like that in general.
Wonder what's under his apron. Gotcha.
Yeah, don't touch me. Touch me. I really like the SWAT stats. SWAT's got really good stats.
They've got a sort of red motif thing going on there, huh? Strike, everybody!
This area remains mostly secure. As long as
But yeah, that's how we identify
some sort of
like
you're not
attraction. We always will give attention to that. Like say, like that's how men get addicted to beauty. But beauty is in many different ways. So the way I identify beauty, most times when girls don't have like the cute features of face and that, like they don't like, but they can be,
is not terrible.
which I think most girls can be, 100%. Where some girls have a hard time expressing it. It's like the ones that say I don't like wearing makeup as a girl now. Like well, you don't have to wear makeup because your skincare can be just washing your face and maintaining, a stressless relationship with yourself. Like don't stress yourself out too much. Go through the cycles of understanding that you can't be stressing out all the damn time.
Anyone need ammo? You twitch, ass face.
These clones are limited. Just like my patience. Do not test me.
Oh, that's a construction guy. Oh, I'll be right back. Let's build some more stuff because the food is cooking. Go along in the world.
The ex-wife, is trying to rent a studio apartment, gets thrown out by the guy, cries in the hallway, tries to stalk him afterwards, but hey, she can follow up any contact that she has through the lawyer. So fantastic stuff, guys. Do not forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode.
Your brain was not made for 2025. Your dopamine system has been hijacked to center around cheap rewards instead of the deeply meaningful things in life. The way this shows up is constant procrastination, inability to focus on meaningful hard work, binge watching Netflix till 2 a.m. All of this is because your dopamine system isn't regulated properly. These have ingredients that are the building blocks.
Yo, what is going on, guys?
Always trying to sell something.
Today titled Found Out
College bicycle.
Got ammo here. Oh, thank you, me. I don't want to know what happened here.
within their rights to divorce these women, break up with these women, and so on. If they find
It's time to go to the gym. I'm gonna get off from that and get my shit ready that you guys have been doing.